So, hi everybody. Welcome back to another brand new video, and I actually kind of feel like making this video around this hour because I feel so reflective. My environment is just very peaceful. There's no noise to be heard around my room and everything like that. And I feel like it's been like about how many weeks ever since I haven't created a video, so it just feels right around this hour. So anyway, the kind of video that I wanted to talk about here in this video is actually just like a video where I promised or let's just say I promised to make a separate video from that one particular video where I talked about how I don't want to trust influencers anymore, and then there's this one specific point that I wanted to emphasize for a separate video, which is about how I don't want to be famous. As a status, and don't want to be famous as is like I don't want to get any attention or a lot of attention for the people around me, or just overall those kinds of perks or the kind of status or the lifestyle as is of being a famous person or something like that. I don't know. So I don't really know how to start this, but it all started with this kind of a vision that I used to have. Actually, when it comes with being famous, is when I started doing YouTube in the first place. It's where when I tried to see my favorite YouTubers getting so much subscribers, getting so much attraction from the fans, or when they have so much engagement like from the whole channel itself, it actually inspired me to create my own channel, which was years ago, where I started making my first gaming videos, to be exact. And that's where it all began. All this kind of character development that I have, and the kind of skills that I pursued from, just for being a YouTuber, like having a good fluency when it comes with the way you talk, forming good sentences, or having a personality and something like that. And I didn't really care that much of the equipment back then, because the equipment that I used to have when I was starting YouTube is just an iPad, and then I had my phone, or I'm not sure if it's actually my phone, but I think it's my mother's phone as before, or it's like I'm holding my mother's old phone back then. There we go. And then I had to like improvise the recording position, so that's why if you ever have the chance to look at my first video, it's very awkward, like the positioning and all that. So yeah, that's where it all started there. And then I think that's, going back, how it inspired me to start a YouTube channel of my own, and then having to think about the perks of becoming famous. That's one of those motivations. That's why I would pull so much effort as time goes by, and then I would try to become as positive as I can, or just trying to be energetic, even if I don't feel like I'm at my best, but still trying to force myself out, and it's kind of messed up at some point, but it just has to come there. And as time goes by, then I guess that's where, whenever I started making these kinds of videos, and then there's this one specific moment where it really changed my mind, or had a perspective change of how this is not really what I desire. I guess it just comes to how I have to think realistically when it comes with the resources that I have. And it's really difficult, coming from a middle class household, and then having to consider the needs and everything. The future is so uncertain that way when I think of it, if I want to put myself in the position of becoming famous or something like that. So yeah, that actually comes to that perspective change. And there also comes to the time when, all the way back, where I started having this kind of mindset where I have to become, or I have to push more effort, which explains those videos that I made for the past 3 years or so, where yeah, it's the kind of videos that I make where I have my face on it, and then just becoming more chaotic. And it was also the time where I stopped doing college because of a lot of stress from senior high school back then. So, and then I had like a mindset change where I start to rely on YouTube to make more money, and then whenever the statistics doesn't go my way, that's where I start to become feeling down or so. But going back to the present, I feel like it's I finally changed my mind, or changed a little perspective when it comes with, considering my resources and the uncertainty when I put in myself into this position. So it's really difficult. And at the same time, I feel like, other than being realistic is the reason why I diminished my desire of becoming famous, but it's more on as well on the psychological, emotional factors and everything else that I have to exert. So, like for example, when it comes with this specific moment when I was at the university, and then there's like this org fair going on. It's like I don't have classes in that time, but there's like this school programs going on, and then there's this one separate event that is held to the nearest facility or a location where we are doing our own program. It was actually an org fair, by the way, which I'm a member of a school organization, and then a school organization that I have is also participating into that fair. But there was this, one event that was held near to the place where we are staying for the fair. So there was this one event once again, and then the kind of event that they are facilitating, like the school staffs and administration, it's like a awarding ceremony where they would have different celebrities to come, and then each celebrities would get rewarded or get awarded, after being nominated and all such. It's those kinds of award shows that you typically see, except that it's on school, and this university actually does this annually. So yeah, I'm not really new when it comes to those kinds of stuff being taken over or being settled in my own university, but that's that. What really changed me in that particular moment is when I see those celebrities, like while the program is about to start, and then you'd notice a gather of students piling up together at the very side, or like the catwalk as they used to call, where there's this like fence at the side, and then there's this walkway, and then something that it's on the side, if you know what I mean. I'm really bad at explaining things, but there was this time, right, where while the students are gathered up together to that one side, they would start cheering for each celebrities that they see. So like whenever a car comes up, something like a luxurious car, and then there's like a lot of crew who are guarding or protecting or something like that. They have to carry stuff and all that for the celebrity who is about to come, and then all that. Everyone is just screaming for their name, and I was like, holy cow. Like in my mind, I was like, when I witnessed this event, I was like, holy cow, I don't think I can bear with this. I don't think I can bear with this when I'm in this kind of position. So, like, the kind of attention that the audience gives to the celebrities who are just attending the event, even if those celebrities are just coming there, and then whenever their part is done, or whenever there are no errands to be done when they're in the event, they could just go home. So, I don't know if that makes any sense, but like they were screaming. They were screaming so loud, they started chanting the name, and I was like, holy hell, once again, I don't even see myself in this position where I would be getting so much attention from the people who love me. So like, it's so crazy, like the energy, like I appreciate how the energy was so good, but if I put myself in that position and then a lot of people would be screaming for me, I wouldn't really see myself for that. Because first of all, I don't think I deserve to be getting recognition or to be taken pictures of, because this is not really me. This is not how I really want to see myself. I think it's very draining too, and very overwhelming to have people screaming all by my side. And I guess that's just my nature, where I prefer small groups of people who are giving me attention. It's not really that I'm saying that it's bad to get attention, but in my own personal opinion, or my own personal experience, and the way how I imagine it, when a lot of people are giving me attention, that's where I start to feel like spacing out, or when I start to feel like holding myself back, or just pushing myself away from that kind of environment, because this is not how I thrive, and I'm a different individual. This is not me. This is not how I really thrive in that kind of environment. So that's just the thing about not being famous, or the desire to be not famous, and how I feel like it don't really need to live a good life when I try to be famous, and just trying to be more of myself, or about how I really want to, depends on the impact that I give to people. I would really appreciate, you know, everything that's been going on in my journey. And I'm not sure if whatever it is that I'm saying makes any sense, but that's just that, you know. If I ever really get to have a takeaway from all of this, it's that I realize how I don't really need that a lot of validation from a lot of people to make myself feel valued, you know? I mean, this is just me. You can take it or leave it, whatever you want, but I don't think you would need that level of admiration, recognition, like so much admiration from the people around you to make yourself realize how much value that you have, something like that. And I feel like it really comes within when you start to appreciate more of yourself instead of having this need to be recognized by others in order for you to see, or in order for you to be enlightened the way how you see yourself. That makes sense. So I think that's just going to be that. You know, I don't really want to stay even longer for making this video. I've been planning to make this video for so long, you know, ever since I started bringing that up, and I guess formed it to a promise. So I don't know, that's just basically it. Whatever it is, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just going to make this as a short video, and if there comes to the intention or assumption from others in any way who is watching this video right now about this video being like some sort of a reverse psychology for this to become viral, or you know, whenever I try to make a video something like this, how I'm never gonna reach this, I'm never gonna reach this kind of views, for example, and then just having to turn out that I have a lot of views. There's nothing, anything from it, you know, nothing really suspicious. There's nothing really means of a catch in here. You know, I'm just trying to express myself, okay? So that's just basically it. I'm just trying to be true to myself, to you guys. That's just basically the point of me recording this video right now. So I hope you guys enjoy, and this really made me feel better doing this, and I hope to make more of these kinds of videos because I'm also gonna need a lot of more footage to edit from my Minecraft gameplay. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you learned something, and if you want to share something, actually, you just leave it in the comment section below. Even if it doesn't really have to relate to everything that I've talked about in this video, just share everything. Feel free to spread anything you want, whatever it is that you want to share here. So yeah, that's just going to be it for me today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the meantime. So yeah, goodbye.